What's happening, everybody? My name is Steve, and welcome back to Junk Drummer TV, where I give my initial reactions, my hot takes, and my analysis of the drummers of today and yesterday, and maybe tomorrow if I stick around that long. I am a professional drum teacher and a gigging musician, and I have been for the last 20 years. On today's episode, we're going to be watching Danny Carey of Tool play Stinkfist. I love Danny Carey. He's one of my favorite drummers. Tool's one of my all-time favorite bands. They are the thinking man's metal band, and it's weird to call them a metal band. I know I have metal friends who don't even consider them a metal band. I mean, they're proggy, but they're heavy, and they're scary, and they're awesome. So, I mean, it sounds like metal to me. So, today's my birthday. I'm officially Hitchhiker's Guide years old, and for my birthday, I'm going to treat myself by watching Danny Carey of Tool. So right off the bat right here, see what he's doing with the hi-hats? We can get into tendencies with our hi-hats and just play our hi-hats on the and a 4. That's kind of where everyone plays their hi-hat. But let me bring it back right there. He's opening that hi-hat on the 2 and the 4 and punctuating that snare drum, and it's a cool effect. If you're feeling that your grooves need spruced up, mess around with the hi-hat. Get away from just that 1, 2, 3, 4, psh, 1, 2. You know that. Get away from that. Put your hi-hat openings on new parts of the groove. Check this out. This is right off the bat. It's the beginning of the song. Yeah, it punctuates that snare drum. Now, saying that, he's now opening the hi-hat on the and of 2 and the and of 4. He's just the thinking man's metal drummer. He's this great combination of visceral, just energy, but really intelligent playing. He's a big dude. I think he's like 6'5", 6'6", and he plays like a man at 6'5" and 6'6". That little extended phrase there. Watch what he did right there. Notice there was that stop on the 1 and then, 3 beats of rest and then come back in. Notice what he does with his hi-hat. When we play live, it's it's easy to come in after a rest early or late. But watch right here what he does. And this is Danny Carey. This is one of the best drummers that's ever picked up drumsticks. But he's still keeping that quarter note. So when that new when you come back in on the 1, he's right on it. It's a small, subtle thing. I do it a lot in my band. We're like we sometimes have as many as 8 people on stage, and the time can get really wonky when you're stretched out and you've got 8 musicians on stage. So anytime that we have a rest where I'm out, I keep that hi-hat going. I give that whole band the quarter note, so when the 1 comes, we're all on it. It's a small, subtle thing, but watch what he does right here. See right there? Gives the whole band that quarter note, and everybody knows when to come in on that 1. I love that lick. What happened? Oh no, they cut a section of it. Well, let me go ahead and talk about that thing that just happened there. This is really the best video that I could find of Danny Carey on YouTube. I was very surprised that there wasn't better drum cam video of him. This is kind of the best one that I found. I went through a bunch of them. He uses his hi-hats to great effect. And he's consistently using patterns on the hi-hat that's not just 8th notes and 16th notes. This groove, I'm going to take it back here before that cut in here. That sucks. But I'm going to take it back. This pattern's very reminiscent of the groove that's in Sober. In Sober, you know, he uses the hi-hat pattern of the soca. You know, he is a trained drummer. I'm pretty sure he studied music in college. I know he went to college. And I'm pretty sure I mean, it would make sense if he trained, because his four-way independence is off the charts. That's a big thing that you don't see with a lot of, like, you know, kind of standard metal drummers, is they don't have that extra gear where they can do, you know, four-way independence type grooves, and he's really known for it. I'm going to bring it back and check out the hi-hat pattern that he's playing there. Yeah, and then it gets cut. But you get the idea. The triumphant Tool instrumental section. I love him so much. If more metal drummers played like him, metal would be better. He's so smooth, too. He's... Those hits right there, that extended phrase, 30-second runs. Let's use that as a chance to talk about 30-second note fills and faster passages. One of the biggest mistakes I see from students is when they go to play, you know, 30-second notes and sextuplets. They feel like they have to tense their whole body up and to get those notes played. That's a killer of speed. Tension kills your speed. Remember that. Relaxation. The more relaxed you are, the faster you can be. When he plays his fast passages, it's just, you know, it's not, there's no more effort put into it than if he's playing just 16th notes or 8th notes. Don't tense up when you play fast, kids. It's another big thing that he uses a lot of is electronics. Like on this, it seems like he's kind of going for like a tabla sound. You know, and it's so refreshing to see, you know, a metal drummer. Ha! He rimmed out a little bit there. But it's so refreshing to see a metal drummer improvise. And that's what's going on right here. You know, he's doing those 30-second notes on that hi-hat right there. And just look how, no, he's putting a lot of power into it, but look how relaxed he's playing those 30-second notes. Yeah, that's one bass. You know, he does play double bass. There's some double bass right there, but he, you know, he's doing a lot of hard bass drum patterns with just one bass drum. Now he's adding some double bass, and that's another thing I like about his double bass playing. So he doesn't just drive it in the ground with what I call the running bass drum, double bass drum pattern, the digga 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 digga. He uses it in a really smart musical way. And again, oh god, that's badass. Yeah, like how they extend those phrases like that. Like this. Oh man, Danny Carey. And Danny Carey makes me want to go practice, because I need to practice. Yeah, see, that lick's not in the original. And see, there he is. He was keeping that hi-hat going right there. Even though, you know, this is a super tight band that's been together for like 20 plus years, they know where the one's coming in, but it's just nice to give the rest of the band that hi-hat. And again, it's another heavy band that uses dynamics for effects. If you're loud all the time, you take away the brutality of that loud. When you're mezzo forte, that fortissimo sounds a whole hell of a lot louder than if you just forte to fortissimo. Well, there you go, man. Whew, man, Danny Carey, man, he makes me want to play drums. He's one of my all-time favorite drummers. There's so much you can learn from Danny Carey. His independence, like I've seen on the internet, they call him the octopus. The things that he's able to do with his grooves, and they're real proggy. They do a lot of odd times, and the like go try to learn the groove to sober. There's an independence that happens, especially when you play the second grouping of bass drum notes that happen when you're playing the pattern over top of it. That is deceptively hard. It's a groove that I teach all of my advanced students to kind of get them into more four-way grooves. But man, Danny Carey is the shit. That's just the easiest way that I can put it. Listen to Danny Carey. Now, this was made on May 29th, May 19th, 2019, and they have been making us wait for 13 years for their new record. Tool says that they're going to have a new record out in August. I don't believe it. I'm not going to believe it until I have the vinyl in my hands, because they've been trolling us Tool fans for quite a long time on this new record. But man, I am here for new Tool, and I'm here for Danny Carey at all times. This video goes out to my boy Jared. He was the one that suggested I do it. So there you go, man. Danny Carey, Tool, playing Stinkfist from Anima. I had a really super whack Volkswagen Rabbit in college, and that record did not leave the CD player for like a year and a half. It's all I listened to was Anima, or Enema, I don't know how you say it. The Devil's Geometry with Tool, of course. So there you go, man. My birthday video to all of you. Everyone, thank you for subscribing, and please go check out my other videos. Please give me a double tap on the subscription and the notification bell. Comment, like, and share. And remember, keep practicing until it's easy.